Hello and welcome to Lookie Crafts. I'm Candace, and my today's sign is made by Navasha of What's Going On. Thank you, Navasha. Okay, now that that is done, this is part 2 of how I make my journals. And if you haven't seen part 1, just in case, I've got 2 signatures done. I've got what I'm going to call quarter flips in each signature. And now I want a page flip. Okay, a page flip. So I'm going to make that out of my tea dye papers. And I've never really made one before. So we're going to just test it out. So let's see how this will work. Alright, so this is going to be too big because it's the same size as my page. Number 1. So I need it to be just a little smaller. I don't want to tear it. Now, I don't know, do I want it to cover the entire page? Or do I want it to, like be half? I don't know, I haven't decided. So that's what we're going to do, is decide. A lot of journal makers love torn edges. They'd rather have a torn edge than a straight edge. I don't know what I prefer. Oops. Okay. So there we go. So this would be the top, a straight edge. And that would go down like that. So I think I like that. And I may make some small ones to go on the inside to be in part of tucks and stuff like that. So can y'all see what I'm doing? I do tend to get off to the side because I put stuff in front of me. So my in front of me is loaded. So I'm going to put that to the side. Okay. And I'm just tearing. I'm just tearing around my edges. This will be a long video. Like the first one was an hour and a half. But I don't do anything fast. I don't do anything fast. And I'm not stressing myself out. I'm just relaxing, having a good time, making this journal. There's no need for stressing. And it takes as long as it takes. You don't make a journal in 5 minutes. Well, I mean, I guess some people can, but I can't. Okay. So this is my largest journal yet, and it will take a little time. Okay, so that's 4 pages, and I think that's enough. But I got 2 signatures, so I want 2 thingies there. Whatever they are, I want 2 of them. Okay, so photo tap paper. That's a little wrinkly. Oh, here's a flat wrinkly one, so that might be good texture. And a good writing space. And it's Tor. That's okay. Most people don't care. Let me see if I can find one that isn't Tor. Oh, here's a good spotty one. I seem to like the spotty one. So the next time I dye papers, I know what I like, what I don't like. I don't seem to like the darkest tea dye. I like the lighter tea dyes. And the spotty ones. Okay, so I'm just going to caramel some pieces here. Now there is a trick to tearing. Okay, so depending on how you want it to look, I'm not exactly certain what the trick is exactly. But it's like if you tear forward, you could pull the picture off. And if you tear backwards, you won't tear the picture off. So some people say, if I understand it right. But there is a trick to tearing, so if you want to tear edges, you got to learn what that trick is. And I'm sure I used to know at some point, but can't remember now. That tear got a little wild. After I said there was a trick to tearing. Was I going to use this page? I think I had another page. I did it right there. We're going to use that page. Look how straight that went. The person who can't cut straight. Well, that's just sad. If I was trying to get it straight, it wouldn't go straight at all. Okay. Oh, there's some torn edges. I gotta dummy this up a little more. There we go. Alright, so I got one for each signature. Excuse me. Okay, so at some point you may want an over the page flip. And I think I do want an over the page flip or a side flip. So it would just sit on the edge of the page and slip in like that. So I want a couple of half folded sheets to get that ready. Yep. There we go. So there's one, and there's two. Okay, I'm going to do two more of those in case I want a top slip. If I don't use them on this project, I could put them in a bin for another project. Here's a pretty flat one. So, this is the slow process. And the more you do it, the faster you get, but you know what? I'm not in no hurry. If nobody wants to watch my video, then nobody wants to watch it. I don't stress that, you know. I am a beginner. I can't stay on the camera most of the time. I can't get the thing adjusted right. I do need to push it out some. Pull it forward or something. Okay, there's one. Let's see if I can. Oh, well, I pulled my phone off. There's the timer I can't find. Okay, there we go. Have fun with it, people. There, how's that? Maybe we can get more this way. I don't like to show my moo-moo because my moo-moos look like nails, but they're moo-moos because they got pockets. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I got 4 of those. So that would be 2 for each signature. Okay. So I don't want to throw away my scraps. I got a bowl of torn edges here. I may have to get a bigger bowl. Okay, now I was about to do something else and I immediately forgot it. So I'm going to pause and see if I can remember. Okay, I got it. Memory returned. So I wanted to make a small notebook for a pocket or a tuck or something. So just to have a little extra writing space here and there. So maybe something that size. Something small. Okay, did y'all see how I didn't look up? Okay, so this would fold over and be like that, and that would just be a small little notebook. Okay, so now, scissors. You have your scissors. so you can undo your pages. I should see how I'm doing that. I'm sure other people do it better and different, but this is how I do it. It's how I attempt to do it. Sometimes it goes off and sometimes it don't, but it's a junk journal. It's not supposed to be super pristine, in my opinion. Oops. Hold still. Okay. All pages separated. Okay, there you go. So now you got one little flip book. Okay, one little flip book, and you got to make another one. So I need a semi-flat piece of paper. All these have pretty good wrinkles in them. Oh, this crinkled one has the least amount. Okay, so let's go about just doing the same thing. Prep work. You can make up a lot of these in advance. I haven't got to that point yet, but the experienced journal makers do. They make up a lot of stuff in advance, and they just have it in little boxes. And then, so they have all their pockets, their flips, their pages in a bin, and then they leave it there. And maybe they have it just tie-dye or sometimes color coordinated, like, you know, the blues, the greens, the pinks, in different baskets. And when they do their project, then they get the tie-dye or the color matching, and they decorate it so that it matches whatever it is they're working on. A long way of saying, well, they have some blank pieces created in advance. Sometimes you just can't spit the words out. Gotta spit them words out. Okay, just sticking my scissors in between the folds, and I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up. Get it in there. I'm pulling up. There we go. There we go. Now, how am I going to decorate any of this? I have no idea. I haven't got to that part yet. In the planning or thinking about. I may have to get back into my paper pad and get me some more papers. I'm going to have to start digging through my die cuts, ephemera, laces, bows, you know, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. That's what takes so long. I have to ferret through my stuff until something speaks to me. And when I'm all done, I have to hope it's kind of matchy-matchy. Sometimes it's not matchy-matchy. But I'm trying to make this one more matchy-matchy. You know, a theme or something. You know, something that says, hey, this goes together. So far in my journals, there's always been at least one page that didn't go. So, yeah, it was a big surprise. Alright. Okay, so I got two small little pads that'll go in tucks or pockets. No, side tucks or up tucks, because it'd be hard to go in a pocket. Okay. So I got 2 of those. Okay, so I'm done with my tea dye for a little bit. I am going to break out the inks, and we're going to start inking. So that is a long, drawn out process. So feel free to, you know, advance forward here and there. See, get to the parts that you want to watch, don't want to watch. Won't hurt my feelings a bit. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pause. Okay, I'm back. Got my little sponges. I may have to get a new sponge because I don't have a brown one. And I got my little brushes I have seen a couple people use. Now, I'm no expert at blending or inking, but I'm going to give it a try. Alrighty, thus far, I have not had good luck with brown ink. This is Vintage Photo, a favorite of many, many, many journal makers. So far, brown just looks ugly to me. But I'm going to give it a try because it's supposed to help your pages look aged. And maybe I just got an old one. I don't know. Yes, I know. Okay, so where's my sponges? Oh, here they are. So I got my spongy bag. And I got my little brushes. We're going to see which one of these I like, if any. Back in there. And these are just extra sheets. Okay, I like the brush. I'm going to save the spongy. Let's see where we can get with the brush. So I'm probably going to cover up this piece. See, still getting the hang of it. A little smudgy. And I was supposed to be doing the edges only, not with a brush. Because you want your edges to come out and be permanent. Yeah, that's what I want on the edges. Okay, so this is going to take a good long while to get edges. And it's kind of noisy. Or maybe you want to see, I don't know. I'm going to do this book and then I'll pause and do the rest of everything as much as I want to do. Okay. Get one piece at a time. go around the edge. I'm going to use these little sponges. I'm like, okay. Oh, okay, that works. But this may be why I don't like the brown. It gives it too much. I may be an impatient inker. So I'm going to try this and see which way I like it. It's just to cut the sharp edge off your paper. My dog is up running around. And I just tried to let her out to go potty. And she didn't want to go out. So I just don't know what she wants. She's got food. She's got water. Her chair is clear so she can get in her spot. She could get it behind me if she wants to, but no, she's having a day where she just don't know what she wants. See? She just went and laid down and now she's back up again. I'm going to try to let you out again in a minute. Just hold on. You should have went out when I tried to let you out. I don't know what your problem is. Maybe I will take a little break and go throw the ball so she can chase it and tire herself out. I think I got an old pad, and that's really not fair because I bought a new pad, expecting to get a new product. So I kind of do like the blending brush part, but not for every page, I don't think. You know, here and there, I might want to do some ink blending. Oops. There we go. One ink. There we go. Let me get this side. There we go. One notepad done. I'm gonna pause and let the doggy out. Maybe. She went and laid down. No, she's up. She just sat down somewhere. I don't know what she wants. I've already tried to please her. Be right back. Okay, I am back. Well, my two big dogs went to potty. But my little dog, she went out, looked at the porch, and came right back in. So she is still unhappy. I don't know what to do for her. The problem may be is that she chewed up her ball, and she doesn't have another ball. So she is on the hunt for a ball, maybe. But you'd think she would know she chewed it up. But anyway, I don't know how to make her happy today. That's sad. I do like them to be happy. They can't be happy all the time. I just kind of got to tell myself they can't be happy all the time. Okay. There we go. Here's one. Oh, did I even turn it back on? I don't know. I think I was only supposed to do one and then do the rest of them without you guys. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish scraping offline because this noise might be very irritating. And then once I get everything all inkied up, I will come back and then we'll decide what next to do on the journal. And if y'all like to see all the tedious details, you let me know, and on my future journals I will put them in. Okay, there we go. Okay, gonna pause. Alright, unpaused. And my sponge has seen better days. One use, and I did all my papers. Did all my papers, and wore out my sponge. But the sponge works for edging edges. Shut up, telephone. And the brush works for blending on the paper. Okay, because the bristles don't do good on the edge, but it does do good for blending in on the flat surface. So kudos. Need a better sponge than this. That does work in a pinch, and it's a pinch because it's all I got. Okay, so these are my flat journal pages. Let me move this. Okay, that one may need a little more. Okay, good to know. So when you're inking, you gotta ink on this side and come back and get this side. You gotta make sure that you get both sides. So this is what my inking looks like. Brings out the edges, and I like that very much. And I like a little darker edge, so that's what I did. And of course, each one is a little different. So I think that adds to it. The interest. Now, these will go in my project bag until they're ready to be decorated. These are the either top flips or side fold flips, and this one needs a little extra. I maybe didn't get the back side of this one. Maybe I have to check this whole pack again. Just give it a little bit. But there you go. It's just a little bit on the inside and around the edges. I think I missed the outside of this one. Just give it a quickie. A lick and a promise. Do better later. There we go. So just a little bit. I think that's going to be cute. It'll make a nice writing spot. A place for a photo, card, sentiment, you know, whatever you got going. So those are those. And these are my little flip books. This one ain't got a whole lot on the side. These are the ones I started with. And these a little more. Okay. So these are harder for me than the others. I don't know why. They're little flips. I got it too dark. I got it too light. It's uneven. But it's got ink on it, so I'm good. You know. And I was trying out just using my pad. The pad makes it really dark. And the sponge makes it darker, but a little lighter. You just got to swipe it a few times. And the brush does not work on edges at all. So, good to know. I experimented and I figured it all out. Okay, so I got my two books and my two side flips and my two page flips. So, all that got to be decorated, y'all. All of this. It's a lot of work, And I'm going to put these in my project bag and then figure out what I'm going to do next and come back. Okay, all ink in the project bag. All ink is put away. All my papers in the project bag. Wiping up my desk. Wiping out my fingers. Cleaning my brush. And I threw the sponge away, which is no good. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Now we'll wait for this to dry. I'll get my papers out from under and show you what I got with that, which I probably did on the last video. But now I've got to decide what to do with them. I got to make tags and belly bands and side tucks or corner tucks or, you know, what am I going to do? I don't know. So I take a little brain power and I'm gearing mine up to get ready. So, yeah, I'm going to let this dry. It'll take a minute or two, so I will be back again. Okay, unpaused. My desktop is dry. Okay, so what do we got under here from yesterday's work? Okay, pulling it all out. Okay, have a little review. There we go. Okay, so let's hope nothing's stuck together. Now, I'm not going to go around all this, but like this is a little bit off, so I'll have to trim just a little bit on this corner. And this is going to be my cover. I don't know if you can see, but there is a few wrinkles in it. But, you know, I don't know how to end that yet. If you rub too hard when it's wet, you risk tearing your paper. And you could cover it up, but if it's in an inopportune spot, then it's hard to cover. Now, I'm sure everything in there is dry, but I can't help the urge but to scratch over it anyway. Now, my husband had my late ex-husband, he had a syringe with a needle, and when he had bubbles, he would just poke a little hole and fill it up with, well, not fill it up, but put some glue in there and then smooth it on down. And I might be able to do that, but I'm not going to. Alright, so this will be my cover. I cut it in a 12 by 12 because I need it to be bigger than my book. And I haven't got that measurement out quite yet. So I will measure that out later. But what I want to say about your cover is before you put your backing piece on. So there will be another piece of pattern paper here. But before you do that, you have to decide how you want to use your closure. Because if you're going to use a ribbon, you want to lay it across your book and glue that under your pattern paper. And maybe you want a little piece of cardboard on top of it to protect the pattern paper from getting tore. I don't know, but that makes sense to me. Or maybe you want to put your closure on the outside and wrap your ribbon around it. This is a bigger book, so I don't think the little elastic bands I've been using is going to work. I think I'm going for a ribbon. I wish I had some sorry, but I don't have sorry. One of my ladies that I like to watch, Mrs. Cog, she uses sorry. And boy, does she make some pretty stuff. Y'all check her out if you haven't seen her and you're interested in learning to make journals. You know, go see what she makes. That's really good. Okay, so this is a later thing. These are my strips. I have to cut these out. Oh, a little stucky, a little stucky. Okay. I have to cut these out and decide where or if I want to use them as belly bands. And I could use them this way, or I can cut them and use them this way. So as I look through the book, I will make those decisions. And I will want to decorate this before I glue it down. Okay, so that's a plan. Okay, same with these. These could be pockets or corner tucks. And I get 2 more bands over here. I have to cut these out and figure out what I want to do with them. Same with these. Same with those. These are going to be side tucks, I think. And so all my work is here. This is my original cover. Then I decided that was going to be too small, and it could be just an extra page in my book. It's still a little damp. I used way too much glue on this one. It's still a little damp. He's going to go back in there. Okay. Same with this one. Side tucks or pockets or tags. I haven't mentioned tags yet. I gotta make tags. So these are little tags, but I need a fat tag. So I think I got some fat tags in my Happy Meals, and I'm gonna go hunt some down if I don't have any up here. Oh, here's a fat tag. And try to get this angle or any other kind of angle. See, this one has a different kind of angle, but they're a little small. Here's a practice one that I was doing with just, but it's still a little small. So I got to get fat ones. And I may want some that cover the whole page. I don't know. That seems to be a thing these days, that they're making the big tags to cover, you know, most of the page. So I don't know. So I'm going to pause again. I'm going to cut these out and decide whether they're going to be belly bands, corner tucks, side tucks, or tags, or any of the other things that I've already mentioned. A lot of decisions to be made, but the tedious cutting first. Okay, I'm going to pause again. Maybe I'll have me some supper and get back to it. All right, bye-bye now. No, not bye-bye. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I have my strips all cut out, and I got the long ones, the fatty, and the rest that are about the same size, kind of stacked up here, so they're nice and handy. I got my squares. They're all about the same size. Now, no two are alike. They're not cut consistently because they were just scrap pieces of paper, and they didn't start out the same size. Or, you know, that's the excuse I'm using. But, you know, they're a little wonky. But that's okay. I can trim them as I go along. That's my theory. I got my strips. And what am I going to do with them? Have no idea. Have no idea. Try to put the fat ones in the back, skinny ones in the front. And I have these 2 little lonely, wayward pieces, just in case I find a use for them. Now, what is next? I don't know. I normally make tiny journals and wing it. Ooh, what do I want on this page? What do I want on that page? I don't know. I turn the page and see if I want to stick something on it. So, yeah, this might be the long, hard part for me. I also am unsure about, do I decorate the paper with the picture on it or the blank paper? Is there a rule of thumb here that I don't know about? The blank paper is good for writing on, but it's dull and boring. The paper with a picture is a pretty picture, and do I want to mess it up? I don't know. So Blank pages, good for writing. Picture, good for writing. So what do I want to do? I don't know. So this is the thinking part. Thinking. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to recount my pages, including my tab pages and anything else I may have added, because I may want to put something on every third page, or something on every other page, or something on every page. I don't know, but that's what I'm going to do, is stop and think. This video is going to have a lot of pauses, and try to decide what I want to do in relation to the stuff that I have. I do have more paper and I can cut some more, but who wants to do that? Not me. Okay. Alrighty. Gonna pause again, gonna count, and come right back. Okay, so I've counted and I have 13 until I get to the middle, including my half pages. So 13 and 13 is 26. I got 26 pages per doohickey here. Signature doohickey. That's a lot of pages, because you gotta decorate the front and the back. Okay. What to do now? I went and watched some of my videos and some recommended videos, or journal artists from the comments from my last video, and a lot of these people use collages and book pages and stuff like that. I don't have that, so that kind of throws me off. All I have are my scraps from this, and plain paper, and I have some solid colored cardstock. That's it. Okay. I do have this entire paper pad. So I got plenty of paper, but I don't have book pages, and I don't have collages and stuff like that. So that's throwing me off on what I want to do next. Okay, so I do want to put some pockets. And there's so many kind of pockets. What kind do I want to put in? I don't know. Okay. So I could put a pocket and just glue from here and here, and then just have this tuck pocket. I could also try to round corners, but I only got a little tiny rounder. I don't have a real rounder. Or I can make it go straight across here and be a wide pocket. Or I could go straight up and down here and be a side pocket. That actually does fit. But then I got all this white space. What do I do with all this white space? Okay, so I'm in the undecided, anxious stage. What to do. Or I could just put a straight down the middle. Put a belly band on it. And go straight down the middle. But I still left with all this white. So I'm wondering if that's okay. Should I be trying to put a piece of paper on it? Because what is the point of having a blank page and a page if I'm going to cover up the blank page? And don't I want to decorate it before I put it on? That's the question. Do I want to decorate it before I put it on? What if I did it like this and had two pockets? I could have a belly band on my pocket. See, too many options, and that makes me have anxiety. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily use this strip. Okay, I anxiety'd myself, so now I have to take a break, and I ain't even got started. But I know me, so I gotta do what I gotta do. Okay, pausing again. Okay, I am back, and I am going to end my video here because I anxiety'd myself. And then I got off on something else. So I got this cloth, and I think this is going to match my colors. This one has all my colors. It's got yellow, the blues, the greens, the pinks. I think that's going to look nice. And I have these two pinks. I have lots more pinks, but these are the ones that... This is a little more orangey, I think. I think this one is out. And this is a prettier pink. And it's a little brighter than the pinks that I'm using. And but I think it's going to be okay. Let me open it. See how big it is. When you buy scraps, you don't know how wide they are. Yeah, okay, so that's going to be plenty wide. And so I think this is going to be my inside cover, just this plain pretty pink. Or if I have enough of this one, this will be my inside cover. But I also want to use it to cover my little flip books with, to make a front page cover. And I think there would be plenty. Oh, excuse me, I burped. I'm so sorry. I burped in your face. Okay. So I think I'm going to have plenty of cloth to do both. And that'll kind of make it matchy-matchy. And, okay, so I've made that decision. That's one decision. No stress. Oh, I'm a mess, I tell you. Sometimes I wonder why I craft it off. But I mostly do enjoy it. And as soon as I get my anxiety settled down and I can make decisions, it goes well and it's lots of fun. So the reason I share that with people is because, you know what, I'm not the only one with anxiety, and sometimes your fun ain't fun. So, you know, just stick it out. You'll get there. So I'll put this back in my bag. So I got those decisions made, but and I think I'm going to switch off of the book thing. Iron my cloth, get it ready, and work on my little flip book. I put the cover on it, and I'm going to decorate that. And maybe I'll try to decorate a few pieces and then decide where they're going to go. That might be the way for me to go. I take my mind off of that whole book over there that seems to be intimidating. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is about an hour, and I hate to make such long videos when people only watch, 3 minutes. And well, I say that don't bother me, but it kind of does. Watch the video in pieces if you have to, but if you're interested, watch. And I try not to let that bother me. And most of the time, it doesn't. But I'm putting a lot of work in this particular video. I need people to watch it, even if it's dull, dry, and boring. Okay, I should have left all of that out. But you know what? Anxiety. What can I say? It's there. So I'm going to iron this piece. I'm going to get it ready and work on my little flip book. And I will be back with part 3. If anybody at all is interested, y'all can save it to your watch list and then watch it in little pieces if you're interested in how to make a journal from a beginner. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye, y'all. Leave me a nice comment. I love to hear from everyone. If you have any ideas or opinions on what to do with this journal, please let me know below. And it might help me settle my nerves, okay? That's it. Do as the Lord will have you to do, and I will see you on my next video. Bye-bye now.